So, where were you last night?
Me? Where were you?
I expected to see you last night. I sat around downstairs thinking you'd turn up, or at least call.
You were here, in your quarters?
Well, where else? The houseboat's still out of bounds for us, isn't it?
Well, I waited for you at Greenberg's for more than an hour, and I finally gave up, had a sandwich, and went home.
I don't get it. I was supposed to know you were at Greenberg's?
I left a note for you in your mailbox.
Nancy, there was no note.
I'm sorry, but I wrote a note for you, left it in your mailbox, went to Greenberg's, and no Pat. Why didn't you call me?
Where, at home? I thought you might call me.
Well, I just assumed there was some kind of emergency or... This is silly. We had a misunderstanding. Come here. I miss you. I'm sorry. What a waste of time. You're still angry?
No, I'm sorry, too.
Well, if you're not angry, you're doing an awfully good imitation.
Are you telling me what I feel?
Pat, what's happening?
I don't know. I guess I'm finding the situation a little hard to take.
Well, it's not exactly a kick for me.
The difference is you made a choice, Nancy. I didn't.
How can you say that? Because I said I can't marry you. Well, you knew that before. We never had that option.
I wonder. Okay. What about the options we do have? Living together for now?
You're asking when now starts, is that it?
Or when the waiting stops?
That depends on Daddy. I want to go back to the houseboat and be with you for as long as we can manage. But what if I went with you tonight? Daddy's not ready to hear that. And Mama would be terrified Daddy would find out and get sick again. Now, if I can't tell either one of them, then we're right back where we started. Pat, my hands are tied.
Yeah, well, looking at it that way,
The only other alternative we have is to wait.
Till?
Till Daddy's blood pressure doesn't go up every time your name is mentioned.
What? You said he was upset when you mentioned me, but I didn't...
Well, I didn't go into details. Adam, Dr. Cohen was taking his blood pressure. Daddy asked about you out of the blue and his pressure zoomed. Just a simple conversation about you could put him in physical danger. Not imagined, but real, tangible, measured by a machine. And you're saying that I'm making the choices, Pat. Don't do that to me.
Oh, Nan, please. This is the last thing I want. Hey, you're what I want. And if I can't have you for the rest of our lives, or even for a short while on the houseboat, at least I want you someplace close, not shut off from me. I'm getting the feeling that things are changing and I'm helpless.
I moved back here because I love you. That hasn't changed. I want this waiting to be over just as much as you do.
I know. If I sound selfish and impatient, what you're hearing is panic. And I sat there downstairs and I waited. I couldn't call. I couldn't take any action to bring you back. Okay, now I know it was a mistake. In my head, I know that. But somewhere else, it feels like you took one more step away from me and you're not coming back.
What can I do?
Excuse me. I just came from your father's room. He seems to have gotten much better.
Thank you.
His blood pressure stabilized. I haven't seen any more sudden elevations.
Well, Mama and I are trying not to upset him.
That's wise.
Adam, I'm glad to hear all that, but Nancy and I were in the middle of something private. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll go downstairs to the coffee machine.
Thanks.
Was that necessary?
You and I have little enough time together.
We don't exactly own this space. What right do we have?
We don't seem to have any rights at all, Nan. It's one thing to worry about your father and how he reacts, but do you have to put the whole world ahead of us, too?